Hey everyone, it's Nick Clark here, and just want to say thank you for subscribing to our channel. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification button, because we're going to be uploading videos every single Friday, bringing to you a new topic every single week. Now, this video, what we're actually going to be doing today is we're going to be going into how to get started within property. Now, the important part about it is that there's 7 key things that you need for beginners getting into property, and these are the foundation of ensuring that you get the success that you want within property. Now, number 1, the important thing is surround yourself with the right people. Now, what does that mean? You are going to be wanting actually goals, to achieve some goals, desires that you might have, how you want to live your life. You might want to get some property investments on plan. You want to build a property business and get a cash cow business in there. You need to understand that surrounding yourself with the right people to encourage you to moving forward with those goals that you're wanting is really important. Because what normally happens is, yes, we have family there that supports and love us, but sometimes what happens is we have friends and people around us that are not going in the same direction that you wanting to go in. So it's important to understand that if I want to go in a direction of building a property empire, I must start hanging around with people who wanting to get that. People are going to encourage you for your goals, where you share your dreams and desires and also your regular targets within your goals, and people keep you accountable. People keep you moving forward and inspired and love to hear what you're wanting to achieve, but also pull you up on things that you are not doing. So it's important to step yourself out of your comfort zone and really get out there and surround yourself with the right people who are going to move you forward. Now, the second thing there, I did mention it just before, is get out your comfort zone. Now, a lot of you actually out there, beginners, might be quite scared to actually do something, okay, and actually get moving in with property. And I understand that. If I think 7 years ago when I first started, for me standing here right now, doing this video and sharing my experience and what's worked for me within property, I would have absolutely caked myself. I would have been shaken. There's no ways I'd be standing here delivering this to you to get the value from this video. So it's important to step out of our comfort zones. There's going to be things that we have to do, put in our offers, speaking to clients, do negotiations. There's going to be things along our journey that we're going to have to step out of our comfort zone and do something that's not the norm for us. Now, what really helps us within the comfort zone is getting that knowledge on board. Okay, so really understanding how we can actually do things. Now, the third mistake that I see people doing is they get inspired, which I absolutely love, and they really want to get moving into property, and they say, you know what it is, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to go full-time in property. No. That is not the right thing to do. Unless you've got a lot of money, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of £1,000s in the bank accounts, or you've got no responsibilities at all, that's not something that's really a good thing for you to do straight away in property. Property is going to get you the results that you want to, whether that's building a portfolio or building a business that creates cash flow every single month. Now, that's going to happen not overnight. It's going to happen over time. It's going to happen quicker than other people that may do it. However, you've got to remember that if you go and quit your job, you've got to realize that's an asset to you right now. Now, if you don't really enjoy it, it might be a good thing to change it and realize that that job is actually an asset. 1, to get mortgages. 2, to make sure you don't have to worry about where the next money is going to be coming in. And also is really putting you in a position where, yes, okay, you can start working around the hours that you have, but really giving you a position where you can get mortgages if you are looking to buy, but then also building up some cash in the bank so you can be able to leave your job and you don't have to worry about money for, say, 12 months, 24 months out there, okay? So one thing I don't want you to do is go out there and actually quit your job straight away, get in property. I understand you're inspired and I love that, I really do, but it's quite important that we really make sure that we keep focused, okay? So the next thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we make decisions quickly. Good investors really good investors, the professionals out there, make decisions quickly. Okay, I'm not talking about over a week, over a couple of days, no. We're talking 15 minutes, we're talking a couple of minutes on the spot, making decisions there and then. It's either yes or a no. There's no maybe within property. You're either all in or you're all out. Now, this may be something that you are not familiar with, and I can understand that, but you have to realize some of our best investors, actually all our best investors, make decisions within 15 minutes to buy a property. We provide them the facts, and based on those facts, they make a decision. They're either in or they're out. There's no yes or maybes, or I'm going to think about all this. It's quite important for us to make those quick decisions because within property, it's a fast-paced, moving industry. People who delay things, I've just got to think about it, I've just got to discuss it, I've just got to do this, and every excuse under the sun, they are the ones that aren't successful within property. So it's important for you to ensure that you know what you want, which brings us into our next thing, is understanding what you want. What goals are you wanting to achieve? By knowing what you want, you can get clear on, does it relate to my goals? Is it getting the result that I'm wanting? So you can make those decisions quickly. For me, I make a decision within 15 minutes. I put it on where I had to make a decision on the spot or in 15 minutes. So if I had to look at it, I could just make a couple of notes. Okay, yes, that's what we're going to go for. Okay? And that's because I'm very clear on what I want. I'm very clear what we want to achieve. I understand where I'm wanting to be in 5 years. I understand where I want to be in 12 months, 6 months, 90 days, every single month and every single week down to every single day. So I know exactly what I must achieve and I must be doing on a day-to-day basis to get results within our business and for our students to really get moving forward so we can actually achieve our goals together. So if you haven't written down your goals, I highly recommend it and start breaking them down in that sort of format. Now, what's important really is number 6, is you are your most important asset. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of people, when they get into property, the first thing they want to do is go and buy a property. They've got no experience. They've maybe bought a personal property. They may have bought nothing at all, and they decide, you know what it is, I'm going to go do a deal. I'm going to go do a deal. And I understand that. I appreciate your eagerness and your confidence there. However, that's where a lot of people make mistakes. They invest in a property rather than invest in themselves first. They don't get the knowledge and education on before. Remember, property is a profession, just like a doctor, an engineer, a nurse, a pilot, for instance. It's a profession. And the reason why people succeed in it is because they've studied, they've learned by their own mistakes. Now, why would you go and make a mistake that's going to cost you £40,000, £50,000, £100,000, or even a couple of grand, where you can learn from other people's mistakes and ensure that you get the right knowledge on board, the right mindset to be able to go out there and apply this. So it's important to invest in yourself first, and then the money will pour in. Zig Ziglar said it best. For every pound that I invest in myself, I get £10 back in return. And that's 100% true, as long as you action what you learn. So read books, go to seminars, make sure that you get a mentor on board, you get educated within that property field. That's so important that you do that. Okay, so it's really important that you do that. And if you want to, just look in the description below. You can actually download our free ebook, and that's where it could be your starting point. So keep subscribed with that. And last of all, don't ever quit. I see too many people going out there, they get to the first hurdle and that's it. This stuff doesn't work. Well, the reason why it doesn't work is because you don't have a solution to your problem. And that's where somebody looking outside in can solve that problem quite quickly. So don't ever quit. And just remember this. If you haven't got to that point right now, I totally appreciate that. You might be right at the beginning of your story or your journey. And you might get to a point where you get to a very hurdle and you forget why you started in the first place. So it's important right now. If you haven't done it, write down your why. But this is one important thing that I learned personally myself, is that if you are wanting to quit, and you might get to that point, you might have it multiple times, and I appreciate that. I know people I've spoken to many times that have wanted to just chuck in the towel. This is my last shot, this is my last shot. However, you've got to realize that if you get to that point, somebody has just quit, has actually committed to quitting and giving up on their dreams. And you've already won. You've already won because there's one person less in the market. There's one person less in the game. And all you need to do now is take one step forward. And by taking the one step forward, you can really move forward towards your dreams and get the success that you're wanting to achieve. But if you quit, you've given up on your dreams. You've given up on your goals, your targets. And is that something you really want? I'm taking it doesn't. So remember, do whatever it takes and don't ever quit. And what I would recommend is that write these down. Write these 7 rules that I live by, is ensure that I know them, you know them, and you live by them day in, day out. And make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well. So check out our new videos coming out, as well as our notifications. Hit that notifications button. So as soon as we upload our weekly videos every Friday, what will happen is you'll just get a notification in and you can get up-to-date videos from there. Also, if you haven't already, please make sure there's a description below. There is a link to our free ebook where you can learn how to get started within property, regardless of what your situation is right now. So ensure that you have hit that email, and there's a link there below, and we'd like to help you and get to know you on your journey. So make sure that we hear you in the next video, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good day, guys. Speak to you later. My name's Nick Clark, signing out. Have a great day. Bye.